With the rise of AI and Gen AI, we are getting dumber and our attention span is shorter. We are slowly losing our critical thinking, our creativity, our patience, and our ability to learn. But I don't want to wake up every day to the negativity any longer. That's why I start to learn every tool all over again, starting with Photoshop. I had some experiences with Photoshop before, but this time I want to focus on photo manipulation, or compositing, and product retouch. So in the next few days, I will spend at least 1 hour per day to learn the essential. Alright, let's go! Now is a good time to discuss a bit about my thoughts on AI and Gen AI. Since the dawn of time, human has making art using whatever available to us. We can turn wood, metal, marbles, wool, sand, furniture, electronics, and even garbage into art. The world outside and inside of us is our inspiration, urging us to create and tell our stories. But now, more and more people only use their hands and brains to write prompts, disconnecting with the world around them. Instead of touching grass, they touch keyboards and their private parts because, of course, the most use of Gen AI was to defect and non-consensual pornography. We have been hearing a lot about how AI saves us time, AI makes art accessible, and AI only gets better with time. But have you heard the good news? Human learning is also on the rise, because there are so many of us who favors actual human skills than prompting skill. We are willing to set aside some minutes in our daily life to put in the time and effort honing our craft. In my journey to learn photo manipulation, I had fun and also frustration. I learned a lot, but I also had doubts about my own ability. I have to go back and forth watching tutorials, then applying them, only to find they are not working with the materials I have, so I have to search for other solutions. On one hand, I understand why AI pros choose to heavily rely on Gen AI to satisfy their love for creating art. On the other hand, I cannot condone their behaviors and intention. What do you mean you have a hobby, but you let a machine to do that for you? From what I see, people just don't love art that much. They love the idea of being an artist and the fame and potential fortune that come with it. AI gives them the illusion that they are in charge, that they do the work. But when the power is cut, the internet is down, what can AI pros create? Back to my study. At first, I planned to create a poster of a real product, but I had a change of heart. I just wanted to composite a scene from my imagination. So I used Procreate to sketch out the scene. Then I went on Unsplash to search for materials. I spent a good amount of time looking for photos with about the same lighting, direction, and intensity. It's the most important thing I've learned from all the tutorials. As I mentioned earlier, I had a very hard time making selections and masking them. I did throw away some ideas, then add new ones. Still, I really immersed myself in the process and found it to be quite a fun but challenging experience, even for me, someone who have been playing around with Photoshop for some time now. Anyway, 2 failed attempts and many hours later, I finally finished the piece. I never thought that I could pull this off if I hadn't started. So just start and be patient, be kind to ourselves as we only live once. Pursue your passion, learn something new every day, and ignore all the discouragements. Believe in yourself and keep creating.